Just be politicians, be preachers, yeah. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions. Standing in the Hall of Fame, yeah. And the world's gonna know your name, yeah. 'Cause you burn with the God's flame, yeah. And the world's gonna know your name, yeah. Be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. Be a champion, you can be the best. You can be a champion, and you know you trust. You can be a champion, be the war. You can be a champion, and you know you are. You can be a champion, you can be the clock. You can be a champion, you can break rocks. You can be a champion, don't wait for luck. Can it be a champion, and you can be standing in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, and you could be sitting in the Hall of Fame and the world will know your name. Good evening, Ghana. Welcome to Personality Profile here on Joy 99.7 FM. I hope you've had a really good Thursday. Well, now you can settle in and, relax, grab a drink or something, and join us, have a good conversation on Personality Profile tonight, yeah? The video for this conversation is live on our Facebook page. You can actually go look up the link and, share it in your WhatsApp group and your status and tell your friends and family to tune in to this very special conversation that we're about to have. It's going to be great. Thank you so much for choosing this dial. I'm Lexis Bill. So this evening, I'm spending time with a brother who's had a very impressive career and has been recognized for it even on the global stage. Somewhere in December last year, he was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award at the U.S. President Volunteer Service Awards. And prior to this, he was actually even awarded a gold medal under the same scheme. Yeah, the PVSA is a civil award bestowed by the President of the United States. It was founded by the President's Council on Service and Civic Participation to recognize and acknowledge individuals, families, and organizations within the American society whose actions and services positively impact their communities and those around them. Well, my guest was recognized for his role in spearheading change and impacting the lives of people in the diaspora. Yeah. Now, through the Ghana Advocacy Group, a think tank platform that he founded for Ghanaians living in the diaspora, as well as Ghanaians, as well as in Ghana, actually, to dialogue and engage on developmental issues facing Ghana and Africa as a whole. He was instrumental in the implementation of the Year of Return. That's 2019 thereabouts, for Africans in the diaspora to unite Africans on the continent and all. My guest is the first Ghanaian in the United States to use pageantry to promote Ghana's culture and tourism potential in the diaspora. He was presented the highest award given to Ghanaian in the United States by Lieutenant General Joseph Henry Smith for his outstanding work in promoting Ghana's culture and tourism through various media. Of course, he's got his own online radio station, the Ghana Tourist Coach Radio, as well. Yeah. And also, in recognition for his outstanding service and dedication to his community, he was awarded an executive citation as a Men Impact Change 2018 Business and Legacy Building honoree by the mayor of the city of Baltimore. He's a business magnate. He's got companies in tourism, health, insurance, media, and comms as well. Yeah. The president of the Ghana Advocacy Group, forensic psychologist and fraud investigator, Dr. Kwame Agyemang, Boakye, Dankwa. My brother, how you doing?
Bill, I'm doing well.
Good to see you. You're welcome.
You raised me so high. I'm just a low profile guy.
You're it. That's all I can say. You are it.
Right. Thank you
but really
so
good
much,
to
Bill.
see you. How you doing?
It's a joy to see you. You said, everything is okay.
Yeah. You're in familiar territory now, aren't you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've been in the media circle for some time.
Some time now.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
so
You saw how many years? Over 27 years?
Joy is my home.
Right,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes. We started with Sunshine Radio.
Yeah.
And then Choice FM before I left for the States.
For the States.
So this is Joy is my home.
Nice. And you've been in the States for a while.
Yeah.
What brings you back this time?
This is home.
Yeah.
We travel, we just want to get exposure and come back
Yeah.
to Ghana. There's no place like Ghana.
There's no place like home.
We cannot sit down and then be in a state or be elsewhere and then let, especially the African Americans and other people come, the Chinese come and take our land.
Yeah.
This is it. We need to come back.
I see.
We go, we make impact, come back home.
And that's why you're home.
That's why I'm here.
So are you back to stay or you're still in and out?
Yeah, I've been in and out, every now and then I come. Prior to COVID, I used to come twice a year.
Mm.
Yeah, but after the COVID, I slowed down a bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm here for a mission. That's why we are talking.
You sound like a man on a mission. What's the mission?
The mission is just to come here and also impact the community.
Mm.
We need to make a change. If you don't make it, nobody's going to make it for us. This is home. You know, when I come here, my body, soul, spirit is here. So when I come here, this is the place I can identify myself.
So why did you go then?
You know, why? Let me ask you this.
No, don't ask me.
Why
I'm
are
asking the
Chinese coming here? The Chinese are also coming here. That means there's something here that we need to just make sure that we protect.
Yeah. No, but that's not an answer to my question. I was just wondering why you left then.
Yeah.
Or you didn't know this then.
You know, as time goes by, you travel to get more exposure. Not that this place is not good, but times you explore.
Yeah.
You know, out of curiosity, you just go out and then explore. And then also, to me, I should be grateful to US. And I'm also grateful to Ghana. I always say Ghana gave me the foundation. I had my foundation here, and US made me who I am today. And I should be grateful. You know what I mean? Because it is what it is.
Okay. I need to say kudos as well for the many things you're doing for the motherland, because I know about your involvement with the year of return and all of that. And that particular award that you received somewhere in December. Tell me about that one.
Yeah, you know, it's a U.S. presidential award, which was initiated by President Bush.
Okay.
And then also continued by Biden. It's a community service award.
Okay.
For people who are making impact. Especially, you have to be either a green card holder or a citizen.
Okay.
That's the first criteria. And then they look at the stretch of time, what you've done so far, what you've been doing in the community, impacting lives, and also affecting change.
I see.
So they do a lot of assessment. They don't just stand up and give it to you.
Yeah.
Other than anybody at all can go in. It's always an outstanding thing that,
No, it is.
you know,
Sounds impressive.
So for the President of the United States to recognize you and see what you're doing and say, listen, you deserve it. Go for it.
Is it probably one of your proudest moments?
It is. As a Ghanaian, you know, I was born and raised here. I was born and raised in Ghana. You travel, and then you also decide to make an impact where you live. I live in the U.S., so within that community, you make sure that your surroundings, the community, you do what you have to do to affect change. That's what I started doing.
We'll talk about work. We'll talk about year of return a bit later. But let's get to know you a bit more for starters.
Okay.
Let's get to know where you're from. Where are you from?
Basically, I'm an Ashanti.
Asante Nibema.
My brother, I'm an Ashanti. Yeah.
Okay. From which town?
I'm from Jamasi and also a Francho.
Okay.
In Ofisin district.
Kronum.
Yes. But I was born and raised in Accra. So but I've never doubted my roots. I love Ghana and I love my hometowns. You know.
I see.
The two of them, Jamasi and also a Francho.
Yeah.
I don't joke with them. You know. I'm so proud to come from those places.
But you were born in Accra?
I was born and raised in Accra.
Which part?
Kokumrimle.
Oh, just around here?
Yeah. So this is my hood, you know.
Oh, I see. Now understanding how you got in touch with Joy from quite early.
Right.
Yeah, because you were in the neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So
I see. What were your parents into at the time?
Yeah, my mom basically was a nurse. And then my dad was into a military. He was a nurse as well in a 37 military hospital.
Oh, okay, right.
So you see, that kind of alliance.
So they have the military background.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is
that the kind of upbringing that you had?
I wouldn't say so. You know, yes, I'm a laid-back person, so a not aggressive person and that type of things. But
so Miss growing up was a little privilege, wasn't it?
It was a privilege because, especially to my mom, I was so close to my mother. So close, it's unbelievable. Every movement I made, my mom was involved. Right from the childhood up to the time I got to advancement.
I see.
Yeah.
Tell me about those early days. I mean, what are some of the virtues, some of the lessons that your parents instilled in you, especially your mom, because you sound like you're really very close to her.
So close. I mean, she was a dear heart. She was a dear one. And as a matter of fact, in fact, everything that I got, sort of, I give credit to her. She's late though, She's not. She passed away a long time ago. But had it not been my mom, I wouldn't be where I am today. And that's why I hold mothers so dearly, because of the love they have, the bond they have for their kids. Women especially are so special. So I have love for women. I'm a man. I'm a guy. I'm a man, all right. But I hold women so dear to my heart because of what my mom did for me. Right from infancy up to the time I got to secondary school, I went to advancement, single-handedly raising me up. That was no joke.
Where was your father?
Well, my father was around, a typical Ghanaian man, just running around. But they come, they give you what you want, cash, but that's not all. That is why I always say, when a child or a kid is going to get a high IQ, a lot depends on the mother. Because the mother is always with the kid. You know what I mean? Because dad comes home, gives money out, he's out. Put money down, he's out. How about the mother? Who is to see to the day-to-day activities of the kid? Is the mother. So if you are going to go wayward, a lot depends on your mom. And she did a lot to raise me up. And I'm sorry to say she's passed, but you know what? I wake up every day, pray for her soul, pray for her spirit, pray for everything. She's everything to me in my life.
You sound like you wished your father was more present in your life.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a typical Ghanaian man. Typical Ghanaian men, they run around and sort of, they come home. Money is not everything. The love and the concern and the care, the dedication to the family makes a lot of impact in your children's lives. It's not about money alone, being there for them, guiding them, because kids need direction. They need protection. They need security. Who is there to give that? It's a father. Even if he's not a father, it's a combination of both parents, mom and dad. It's a collaboration. The love that you give to your kids, when they receive that love, they go out there and also give love. So when you see people who are better in life, because to some extent, because they didn't receive that good foundational skills, they are always bitter. They always have a sense of entitlement. I didn't get that because my mom just instilled in me discipline, dedication. One thing that I will never forget that my dad did for me was that, Kwame, you should never be afraid. Never entertain fear in your life. That's one thing that I always remember my dad. Unfortunately, he passed away. I mean, we just buried him 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, so it's one of the reasons why I came to Ghana too.
Right.
Yeah, we just had a funeral,
Oh, accept my condolences.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
I see. No, it's very important what you actually mentioned. A combination of the motherly skills and the father as well. That's what makes a child whole.
Right.
Yeah, and they all bring something to the table. They bring something to mold the child. The father's hand, strong hand, and security, and all of that. And it's impressive that you say that it's not all about money. It's not about just providing what it is for the home, but also being there for the children.
Yeah, Bill, I agree with you because, you see, when you enter a home, if a man is present in a home, anybody who comes to your house sense a sense of security. Even if they want to talk to you, they are careful because the dad is around. But if there's a missing link and only the woman is there, they can do whatever they want to do. The presence of a father makes the greatest impact in a child's life. It's not money alone. the attention, the care, the dedication, the security you give to your kids, that will propel him or her into the future.
I see.
So I don't take my kids for granted.
Wow. How many do you have?
I've got 2.
You've got 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But did you have any siblings yourself?
Yeah, I have a lot of siblings.
How many?
I have 9 siblings.
Oh.
I have 9 siblings. No. Point of correction. I have 10 siblings. 3 ladies, 3 girls, and then the rest are,
I see.
Yeah.
That's a big family.
That's a big family. Yeah.
Did you all grow up together?
Growing up, I was here and I had some of my siblings in the United States, somewhere in Canada,
Yeah.
somewhere in United States, and but I'm a lone ranger. Even though I have that big family, I've always charted my path and then always fight my own cause. Yes.
How did you turn up that way?
Because of the way my mom raised me. My mom told me, Kwame, you have to fight the fight your own. Nobody can do it for you. Yes, even though my mom was a nurse, at a point in time, she went to live in the United States. She was living in Chicago when I was in Fanspin. When I was in school, she was in America. But she told me, Kwame, fight your own fight. Don't depend on anybody. Don't walk in anybody's shadows. Be yourself. So she kept talking to me. That made me who I am. I have a big family, but I always feel like I have a mission and a vision to accomplish.
You sound like somebody who enjoys solitude a lot.
That's me, Bill.
That's you, huh?
Yes.
Very interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
I like your perspective on life. It's really inspiring. Fighting your own battle, charting your own path, not relying on people so that you don't get disappointed. Right?
I don't expect from people, so I don't get disappointed. Whenever I have expectation from you and you don't do it, that is when I become disappointed.
Right.
I don't expect. If you want to help me, help me. So if I help you, I don't expect you to help me. I'm doing it out of a genuine heart.
Right.
Yes. It's
Right.
like giving back to society. Don't give back and expect the poor folks on the street to come and give you back. Do it and go away.
You grew up in a home with a nurse, a father in the military. What kind of professional career did you want to be when you grew up?
Growing up, when I finished in Fanspin and I joined Sunshine Radio, which transitioned into Choice FM, I got a lot of exposure.
Okay.
And then I left for the States, right? I've always been curious, trying to know who I am, trying to know other people. So I decided to go into forensic psychology.
Forensic psychology?
Yes. I decided to do that because I want to know people. I want to delve into the mindset of people, know who they are, know their background, why they do what they do. That's why I decided to. So I enjoy what I do. But prior to that, I got into insurance.
Oh, okay.
I started working with State Farm Insurance in the United States 2007. But I knew it was just a stepping stone.
Okay.
It was just a matter of time. So I decided to, pursue my education and then do what I wanted to do.
And that's forensic psychology.
Forensic psychology.
And that was born out of, you just wanting to understand people?
It's always good to understand people, to know them. Take, for instance, you live with your family. You live with your wife, you live with your kids. If you don't understand somebody, there's going to be confusion all the time. You need to understand your wife. Why she does what she, her daily activities. Why is she doing that? Sit back, reflect. Don't conclude. Pick her brain and know why she's doing certain things. You take somebody who is a murderer, a serial killer. Why is she doing that? The person may be vindictive because of the person's background, because of where the person was born, the society the person was in, the church. You know, it depends on so many factors.
Yeah.
Sit down, reflect, and then once you get to the bottom of it, you can see the person and say, listen, I know your problem. I want to be part of your problem. I want to be part of your solution. Let's solve it. If you don't get to know the person, the people around you, you always misunderstanding. What happens? There'll be chaos and confusion.
You know, you make it sound so easy, like something that you can do on a daily basis. But I mean, if the title forensic psychologist is too technical for us to be doing what you're doing. So professionally, is that what you do?
That's what I do. What I've been doing forensic psychology, let's say, since 2014. Basically, forensic psychology has something to do with the legal aspect of crime.
Okay.
Why people commit crimes.
Right.
You need to know there's a serial killer in this community. Sit him down. Why are you doing this? The person may experience or be going through negligence. The person will not, maybe growing up, he or she didn't have love from home. You understand? So you have to sit down and just consistently get to know the person through observation. You need to observe people, how their mannerism, their behavior, the way they talk, the way they act. Why is this person doing this way? Why is this person speaking this way? Yeah, so then it will give you a clue as how to pursue and deal with that person.
Okay, so it means you work with investigators. You're actually a fraud investigator as well.
Yes, I am a fraud investigator. I've been a PI.
Okay.
In the US for the past, since 2012.
Okay.
I've been a private investigator since 2012. Yes.
So you work with the police department, you work with CIDs and stuff like that, or you work as a private person?
We should define the word private as private.
As private?
Private as private.
Okay.
Private means everything because you are not in a public domain. You know what I mean? So somebody, a lawyer, an attorney, a lawyer can hire you. Say, listen, I have a client who is going through this. I want you to do this for me. What you need to do first and foremost is to sign a retainer agreement with the person.
Okay.
So when you sign that retainer agreement, then you have the power to do what you have to do. Then you tell him the scope of the job, what the person is expecting from you. And then you make sure that the daily activities of the person that you are targeting is documented and handed over to your clients.
Okay.
Who is an attorney? It could be an individual. Let's say you go to a hotel. There's a time fraud, which in this society we need it. What do we see in Ghana? People go to work in the ministries. They do, I don't know whether they do clock in, clock out. They are out. On Fridays, they go to funerals. All right? At the end of every 2 weeks, a month, what happens? They receive their paycheck. Their money comes to them. They are stealing time. So they can employ somebody like me to be like an undercover and see who goes in and who comes out. So I can come on board and work at Joy FM.
Right.
You will never know who I am.
I see.
But I will document every activity, every conversation of who comes in and who goes out. And at the end of the day, submit it to the person who hired me to do that.
Okay.
When I'm done, I give it to the person, I get paid, and I'm out.
Okay. I get that.
And mind you, doing a private investigation in the US is not like here. Over here, you just go and then do what? Film somebody, give it to somebody, they do cut and paste. It's never done in the US. I see a lot of unprofessionalism in the system, a lot of victimization in the system. It cannot never be accepted.
I see.
Because when you go and do investigation in the US, Bill, a point in time you need to go to the court and defend it.
Okay.
The time that you recorded that video, what happened? You need to defend it because they will cross-examine you.
Yeah.
So you don't just stand up and record anybody at anyhow. Sorry. But before you do that, you need to seek the consent of the person that I'm doing this. Because you hire me to pursue somebody, to do surveillance on somebody. You have contracted me. I owe you the duty to submit my report to you. All right? And the report should be accurate. It should be genuine. I don't just have to falsify information to suit my whims and caprices because I want money. Forget about money. Do the job.
I see.
Because if you don't do it, your license will be revoked at the end of the day.
I see.
And that person can also hire another attorney and question what your motive. Why are you doing that? Do you have ulterior motive in recording somebody?
You know,
And but not to talk too much, just before you come. In the United States, if I record you without your consent, it's a statutory fine. There's a statutory fine of $500. So I just cannot come to Joy FM when I'm talking to you, pick up my phone, talking to Bill, and I record Bill. Why am I doing that? Why am I recording you?
I think we've got to find out Biku. He was recording me a little earlier. But yeah, okay. It's quite interesting, yeah? Do we have forensic psychologists and those who do what you do, the fraud?
It's not
apart from those in probably the police service and the military and all of that.
It's not common in this part of the world.
Right.
And as part of what I do, I came here 2018. I registered a company. I wanted to give a lot of trainings. As part of what I do, I also go to different places and also have some material doing training, doing PowerPoint, trying to train people what to do. Listen, because this is my home. If I get to know something, I need to give back to society.
Okay.
Because if I don't do that, then I'm not doing justice to Africa and
You know Joey Greco?
No, please.
It doesn't sound familiar.
No, it doesn't.
You know, it sounds like what he does on Cheetahs.
Okay.
There was a TV program called Cheetahs.
Okay.
With Joey Greco, yeah. and it sounds like a very dangerous job, isn't it?
I'll say yes and no. It depends on how you look at it, because we've had private detectives and private investigators long time ago. It depends on how you carry yourself and what you submit to courts.
Okay.
Because at times you need to go to court and do a presentation.
Yeah.
So if you genuinely report it as it is, I don't see the dangerous in it.
Okay.
You know
All
what I'm
right.
saying? Unless you go out there and tell people what you want to do. This is a discreet job.
Okay. I'm just very curious. The question I'm about to ask you, I know you cannot answer, but I'll still ask anyway. Like, what's the toughest investigation you've had to carry out?
Yeah, the toughest investigation I had to carry out was, also in the US. I don't know if they do it here. We do a lot of workers' compensation.
Okay.
Why workers' compensation? I just want to bring it home so that people will understand me.
Yeah.
Somebody's working on this premises. Somebody's working with Joy FM. The next minute, this person goes on and say, hey, I tripped and then I fell. Or maybe there's a snow. We don't have snows in Ghana. Let's assume we have snow in Ghana. And then there's a snow. Somebody's working in Joy FM. Because you didn't clear your pathway, the person walks into Joy, slips and falls. What happens? Because it's a private property, they will sue Joy FM. Because the person slipped and fell
on
your
your
premises.
property. Yeah.
That's a private property.
Yeah.
So this person can just go and see a legal or what do you call it, an attorney or a lawyer, and press charges against you.
Right.
They sue Joy FM. They make a lot of money.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
So,
in the
okay,
same
now-
vein, a worker at Joy FM can fall here. What happens when the person falls ill? My knee is hurting me. I cannot come to work. Sees an attorney, file a report, and tells you that look, he's got a knee injury.
Yeah.
He cannot stand on his knees. This person goes and then they say, hey, listen, take some days off. Goes to get a doctor's report. The doctor tells him you cannot work for 2 months. You have to just stay home. Within that space of 2 months, they've given you 2 months with pay. You go and stay home. The person has a second job. Now, this person is receiving pay. When the day breaks, he goes to the second job. That is where we come in. You need to monitor the itinerary of the person.
Interesting. It looks like a lot of people are very curious about the whole forensic psychologist. And I'm from East Legon just sent a message to ask, what skills and training does one need to become a forensic psychologist or private investigator? Ask him if he covers his face or disguises himself like an ass.
With all due respect, I don't know how long Anas has been doing his investigation. I've been doing mine since 2012. You can never, ever cover your face if you're doing the right thing. That's what I'm saying with all due respect.
I think it's. I think Anas probably said that in jest, but analysis is quite different.
That's what I'm saying.
From what you do,
it depends.
isn't it?
The same thing. Private detective, private investigator is the same thing.
Yeah,
but it depends on the jurisdiction.
Right.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Jurisdiction plays a key role here. I don't live in Ghana. I live in the US. I go by the rules and regulations. They tell you, Kwame, do A, B, C, D. I go by what the rules and the regulations tell me.
Yeah.
I don't know what Ghana has.
Okay.
On no occasion that I will tell you that I'll come and record you and go to court and cover my face in the court and say, listen, because I don't want the public to know my face, I'm going to cover my face so that they wouldn't see me and know. I don't want to go into the nitty-gritty.
I mean, we don't need to go in there.
That's what I'm saying.
What I was trying
it depends
to say.
on the jurisdiction.
Yes,
So-
but I was actually even trying to say that Anas's modus is quite different.
Okay.
So I didn't want us to do a comparison of
Okay.
what you do and what Anas does. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, because Anas's setup is a whole different setup.
Okay.
So it's fine. Let's stay on yours. I'd like that. But and I'm sure you have been. What she asked is what skills and training do you need to be able to be a forensic psychologist?
Basically, it's not a degree. At least to be a forensic psychologist, you need to have your master's.
Okay.
I have a degree in criminology,
Okay.
which is it's got something to do with investigation.
Okay.
So you build it up and you keep going. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot have a degree in forensic psychology.
Okay.
You should need to have a degree, and then you do that, and then you keep building.
Yeah,
it
and
up.
you keep building
That
up
is
from
all.
there.
So, once again, I always based on jurisdiction.
Yeah.
The Ghanaian environment is different from United States environment.
Yeah.
So, there's no basis for comparison.
Yeah.
The laws are different from
Okay.
here. So,
Okay.
I'll
I get
leave
that.
it like that.
What are the challenges of being in that job or being in that role?
I think you did mention one, which is the risk aspect of it. Take for instance, I don't know, are you married or
Yes,
single?
I am.
Okay, I see you have a ring. Your wife or you can employ somebody like me. Call me, say, Kwame, come to my office. or an attorney. You can go to an attorney or a lawyer and tell the lawyer, Kwame, I need a PI. And the lawyer will tell me, listen, this is it. Let's sign a contract. And then I'll be out there within a space of 2 months gathering information about daily activities of what you do or what your wife does. What happens? I need to submit that report through videos, to daily activities, report writings, and then give it to an attorney or give it to you. But I cannot, once again, I cannot investigate you without a contract. Nobody can do that, because as I'm licensed in Virginia since 2012, I don't just turn up and investigate somebody. There should be a retainer agreement, because
with
if I go to court,
hiring you,
with the one who is hiring me, because
Yes.
if we go to court and I report somebody or record somebody illegally without a retainer agreement, my license will be revoked.
okay, yes, I think you mentioned that earlier.
Yes.
But how's that a challenge?
It's a challenge, and it also puts you on your toes, because at the back of your mind, you know what you went through education to get this. And you just stand up and talking to a layman, and you pick a radio and this and that, record a person. That's a felony. That's violation of somebody's privacy. You don't just stand up, I'm sitting down, and because I have a recorded device, and then you keep recording the conversation you're having. You might trust me as a friend.
Yeah.
You know me as Kwame, right? I'm talking to you, but I'm interested. But because I want to be malicious, I decided to capture every conversation and give it to a third party.
I understand.
How
But
does it sound?
In your case, you are doing your job, right? Especially when you have a contract signed, you have a retainer and whatnot, right?
You see, you just brought the keyword, the kicker. I'm doing my job, the retainer. How about if I don't have a retainer? How many people have retainers in Ghana?
Let's limit it to you, because
Okay.
you, in your case, you do,
Okay, yeah.
right?
So
Or if you sign a contract with somebody, you have a retainer, you have your whatever that you need to do. But that's why I'm asking that what are the risks in doing the job? That shouldn't be a risk, because you're already a professional. Or
it all boils down to maturity and also experience.
okay,
I have a retainer with you. You tell me. That's why you don't just put anybody on a job, on a market, like on a road, just go and invest. The person needs to understudy an experienced person.
okay,
You walk the person through the process, do A, B, C, D to get the results. You don't just stand up and go and investigate somebody. I've been doing this for a long time. If I don't tell you what I do, you will never know what I do this.
I see.
I need to keep your mouth shut.
And that's a life virtue, isn't it? You do recommend it, don't you?
Oh, I think it's good. I enjoy doing what I do, but at the same time, we need this in this society.
Why?
Why this? Because we need a lot of investigators, and at the same time, not just investigator, professionalism should be the hallmark
Okay.
of it. Don't just stand up and pick up a camera and say you are going to investigate somebody. Do the job genuinely. When it
Okay.
goes to court, without malice, without prejudice, submit your report. Don't take personality as bail because I hate you. I want to investigate you. Because you are doing something wrong to society, to Joy FM. I'm in touch with, knock on wood. Okay? Then you want to capture the report. But there should be a retainer. Somebody has to assign you. I don't know who's your boss. The boss has to call you. That listen, I see something wrong with my organization. Can you be undercover in this organization? I'll pay you. You're going to be on payroll. Submit day-to-day activities to me,
Okay.
and then I'll get to know who is doing what. I haven't told you this. As part of what I do, I'm also a project management consultant.
Okay.
You know, so I take a whole organization like Joy FM, deal with every department, and then draw up a scheme. The IT department, the news department, this, and then I supervise and make sure that everybody's okay,
Okay.
and make sure the organization
Very
is running
interesting
smoothly.
stuff. You also started doing some pageantry in the States as well, organizing pageants and also promote tourism.
Yes, I did that. I started pageantry, doing tourism. That was the first. I was the first Ghanaian to use pageantry to do tourism in the
What was
United
under the
States.
pageant again?
Miss Ghana Tourism USA.
Why did you start it?
I started because I started working with State Farm Insurance 207. State Farm Insurance 207. And what happened was that in my office, we were about 15 people in our office. I was the only black guy. Not just the only black guy, the only African. And I could see that most of the people, especially the Caucasians, they were talking down on me. Even if you smile, they didn't like it. If you talk, one of them told me that she wishes, okay, that I have British accent.
Oh, wow.
That was a blow to me.
Why that though?
Why that? That's what I'm saying. It's like personality profile. They profile you and they see that you come from Africa. They think you don't know anything. And then they started talking down on Africa. There's that, because to me, excuse me, some of them are so ignorant, they don't know what they are talking about. So I started Googling about Africa, and then I started showing it to my bosses, the people in the office, about Ghana, telling them, you know what? It generated their interest. So I kept printing more pictures about Ghana, not only Ghana, about Africa. And then I saw that they were getting my attention. They were like, oh. So to me, it was lack of education. I woke up one day, I said, no, let me set up Ghana Tourist Coach. Because I was listening to somebody about coach. I said, no, tourist. So I merged the two words. I made the Ghana Tourist Coach because I wanted to coach them. And I set up a Facebook page. Ghana Tourist Coach. I started adding pictures about Ghana to the platform. And the whole group grew up to over 50,000 members. And it went viral. Okay. That's how come I started the pageantry. I got in touch with Minister of Tourism. I got in touch with the ambassador, the then ambassador in the United States, General Smith. I started the pageantry, and it blew up in the U.S.
Who received it more, the Ghanaians in the diaspora, or the Americans?
It's a combination of two. My target was the ignorant people. I didn't want to prove a point, but just let them know that Ghana is a place you need to be. Because I was born here, I was raised here, even though I live in the US, this is my homeland. So nobody could talk down on my motherland. So I had a mission, I had that passion to let them know that you cannot talk down on Ghana because you've never been there. So I was using pictures. It was all pictorial.
I see.
Showing it to him, and he started growing up.
Wow.
So that's what really happened. And out of that, I got an award
I see.
from the U.S. president.
As a spin-off, you also had a hand in the Year of Return.
Very good. I'm happy that you've given me the opportunity to talk about the Year of Return, because this has been buried for a long time, and the truth has to come out. And this is on record. I'm at Joy FM, and I'm saying this today, and I want somebody to challenge me on air. The basis of the Year of Return, I had a phone call. Prior to that, I had two different diaspora organizations, engagement, and I invited Mr. Awa, the now tourism of the Ministry of Tourism. Prior to that, fast forward, General Smith, President Mahama's era, because of the pageant, every year I did on 2 occasions, he was present. He was a Kwame, you are using tourism to promote to promote Ghana, so I have to give an award. He gave me an award. That was 2014, 2013, 2014. And when MPP came to power, because I'm non-political, I keep promoting, I'll keep doing what I do. Then, the year return, I had a phone call from the office of the president, the diaspora office. He said, "Where baby you? The Kwame, we have a concept. The president has a concept. We know that you have a group called Ghana Advocacy Group, and you've been doing different events in the US. Can you implement it for us?" Nana Addo was in New York attending UN conference. It was 2 weeks, and I said I could do it. So when I heard the news, I went to see the then Ghana's former ambassador to Ghana, to the US, General, what do you call it? Agyemang. So when I called him, he said, "Listen, Kwame, why should they contact you? Because you have an organization called Ghana Advocacy Group. They should have contacted me first." And I said, "It doesn't matter." He said, "Can you come to my office?" I went to his office. We had a meeting. I have the pictures. I have evidence here. Right? And then Agyemang, what's his name? Agyemang told me that there's a guy called Diallo.
Okay.
Diallo, who has also told him he's in Ghana. Where Baby called me and said, "Kwame, do this for us. We are going to send Diallo to you for you to help Ghana." Diallo came. I called him. I had a meeting with the ambassador. Ambassador said, "Come on board." When we went to see the ambassador was like, "Kwame and his group are doing it. Diallo, you should come on board and do it." The day came when Catherine Afeku came to National Press Club. I was spearheading the whole thing, and then there was confusion. I had to invite the Congressional Black Caucus. The first
what was
meeting.
the confusion about?
The confusion was that, people had the agenda. And I have to be honest with you, Catherine didn't like my idea because I was so genuine. I was not looking for any kickbacks.
Okay.
I was not looking for any money. And I had to invite the Black Caucus to implement the Euro return. After the Euro return took off, they took my name off. So nobody can say the Euro return without without mentioning Ghana. The MC, the what do you call it? The ushers, everything came from Ghana Advocacy Group.
I see.
And the president doesn't know this. So I'm making this declaration, and I want somebody to come out and challenge me.
I didn't expect this twist actually, because I know you were involved, but I didn't expect this confusion or what it is that happened. I mean, that's really not my focus this evening.
That's fine.
But it's good to know that you were involved anyway, and I'm sure you are happy that it's flying, right? And people are recognizing that Ghana is a good destination. A lot of diasporans are coming in every year to come and enjoy Ghana. It should make you happy, doesn't it?
I am so happy. Everything about Ghana, everything for Ghana makes me happy.
Good.
Whether I make money or I don't make money, it gives me joy.
Yeah.
I love my country. I don't know other ulterior motives, but to me, when Ghana is thriving, it makes me happy.
That's good. That's good. I mean, you've done a lot for Ghana, so you should be happy with how we're going. I'm happy with all that you've done as well, and what you continue to do. Absolutely. I know that Ghana, the coach radio is still on, isn't it?
Yeah,
Ghana, it's still online.
Coach. Yes,
the Ghana Tourist Coach.
Yeah, we're doing it. And I know I don't know, we're going to come back to rank and all this. So I know at a point in time you will come back to that. So that's when I will also try to talk a little bit more about the Ghana tourist coach, and then what we are doing.
We're wrapping up now, so maybe
Oh.
you should just tell me a bit. I told you the 1 hour is going to go for so fast.
Wow.
Yeah. So maybe you can just summarize that bit for me with Ron Kinoli as well.
Yeah, Ron Kinoli. I met Ron Kinoli last year at a U.S. Presidential Volunteers Award. All right, and the whole award was that people who have made impact in the U.S. society. First off, you need to be a green card holder or a U.S. citizenship. You need to have a citizenship. And they picked me. I was even surprised. I've won that award for twice. I met Ron there, and then I told Ron, listen, I was part of the year return. If you want to become a Ghanaian, we are targeting diasporans. This is it. Ron was like, Kwame, really? I showed him proof. I showed him pictures. He said, you are the big deal. Let's go to Ghana. I want to become a real deal. So my dad passed. We initiated this deal last year, April. And Ron was like, Kwame, I'll go to Ghana with you. We came to Ghana. And then now we went to office of the president. Mr. Aware Babiu has initiated his citizenship. And Ron said for the first time in life, he has never had a manager. So he has appointed me to be his manager.
Okay.
So I'm Ron Kinoli's manager. And then
Wow.
we are trying to touch every part of
So
Africa.
he's now trying to be a Ghanaian citizen.
Yes, because the citizenship is in process.
Okay.
But
okay.
then he's also working on his green card.
Yeah.
But then what I know for sure is that Ron has his root here because his parents, his grandparents, they are all from Ghana.
Wow.
That's why Ghana is so dear to his heart.
Okay.
And he cannot do without Ghana. A lot is going to happen here.
Good stuff. I'm excited. Charlie, it's been great spending time with you, and thank you so much for making time and coming by today. I'm really grateful, and for all that you do for Ghana as well. Yeah? Our regards to the one and only Ron Kinoli. And we hope to see the news that he's finally been granted his Ghanaian citizenship as well.
And just to wrap up, one of the things I came to Ghana to do with Ron, we launched International Chocolate Festival in Ghana. We were invited to the Gamanches Palace, His Highness, that the chocolate festival has to take place. So it's going to be in place. We have registered it. We are going to do International Chocolate Festival in Ghana with Ron Kinoli every year.
Great.
Inviting other people because Ghana is the destination of chocolate.
Absolutely.
It's the home of cocoa. We
Yeah.
need to tell our story, not Hershey in the US. This is the base of chocolate. And
Thank
we
you
are
so
here.
much, Doc.
My brother.
Great spending time
God
with
bless.
you. I'm grateful.
Thank you.
I'll have a chocolate, to celebrate this one.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm Lexis Bill. Thanks for spending time with us. It's 8 o'clock. Let's find out what's happening in news.